Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about the incredible work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, a pioneer in the fields of neuroscience, consciousness, and holistic healing. He has shown us that the mind is far more powerful than we often realize. Through his research and teachings, Dr. Dispenza has demonstrated how we can harness the power of our minds to heal ourselves and create profound changes in our lives. Let's explore 6 key ideas from his work that can guide us toward healing and transformation. The power of neuroplasticity is one of the cornerstones of Dr. Joe Dispenza's teachings. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This concept challenges the outdated belief that the brain is a static organ, fixed in its structure and function. Instead, neuroplasticity shows that the brain is malleable, capable of change, and responsive to our thoughts, behaviors, and experiences. To Dispenza emphasizes that by understanding and utilizing neuroplasticity, we can transform our lives and even heal from emotional, mental, and physical challenges. Dr. Dispenza explains that our thoughts are powerful tools for shaping the brain. Every time we think, we create electrical impulses that activate specific neural networks. When we think the same thoughts repeatedly, we strengthen these pathways, making them more ingrained and automatic. For example, if someone continually thinks self-defeating or negative thoughts, such as, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed, these patterns become habitual. Over time, these neural pathways dominate, shaping how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. This can lead to emotional distress, limiting beliefs, and even physical ailments caused by chronic stress responses. However, the beauty of neuroplasticity lies in its reversibility. Just as the brain adapts to negative patterns, it can also be trained to adopt new, empowering ones. Dr. Dispenza teaches that breaking free from old thought patterns requires conscious effort. To rewire the brain, we must become aware of our habitual thoughts and deliberately choose new ones. This is where mindfulness and meditation become invaluable tools. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for healing, transformation, and self-discovery, and it lies at the heart of Dr. Joe Dispenza's teachings. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes that meditation is not just about relaxation or stress relief. It is a dynamic process that allows us to rewire our brains, change our emotional states, and access the body's innate capacity for healing that exists in our bodies emotionally and emotionally. And this is often through meditation, we can break free from limiting patterns, align with a greater sense of purpose, and create a future that reflects our highest potential. Dr. Dispenza views meditation as a way to move beyond the analytical mind, which is often dominated by negative thoughts, habitual worries, and survival-driven behaviors. The analytical mind is a critical filter that keeps us tethered to the familiar and often prevents us from accessing deeper levels of awareness. By meditating, we quiet this part of the mind and enter into a state of heightened focus and receptivity, where we can influence the subconscious mind. It is in this space, what Dr. Dispenza calls the quantum field, that we can plant new seeds of intention and open ourselves to profound change. One of the key benefits of meditation, according to Dr. Dispenza, is its ability to interrupt the habitual cycles of thought, emotion, and behavior that often keep us stuck. Many people live in repetitive patterns where their thoughts trigger the same emotions, and those emotions reinforce the same thoughts, creating a self-perpetuating cycle. This cycle can manifest as stress, anxiety, depression, or even physical illness. Meditation acts as a reset button, allowing us to step outside of these patterns and observe them with greater awareness. By doing so, we can consciously choose new thoughts and emotional states that align with healing and transformation. A central aspect of Dr. Dispenza's meditation techniques is visualization, which involves imagining a desired outcome as if it has already occurred. He explains that the brain doesn't differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When we visualize ourselves as healthy, happy, or fulfilled, and pair that visualization with elevated emotions like gratitude or joy, we begin to rewire our brains to reflect that reality. Breaking the habit of being yourself is one of the central themes in Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, and it underscores the transformative power of consciously changing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. According to Dr. Dispenza, the way we think, feel, and act forms habitual patterns that define our identity, and many people are unconsciously stuck in these patterns. These habitual behaviors often keep us locked in familiar states of mind, preventing us from stepping into our true potential. To break the habit of being yourself, Dr. Dispenza emphasizes the need to change the subconscious programming that shapes our everyday experiences. Through mindfulness, meditation, and intentional practice, we can rewire our brains and shift into a new state of being. The first step in breaking the habit of being yourself is understanding how our past experiences, thoughts, and emotions create habitual patterns. Dr. Dispenza explains that most of our thoughts and actions are driven by the subconscious mind, which houses memories, beliefs, and past emotional experiences. These subconscious programs were often formed during childhood or as a result of significant life events, and they tend to operate automatically in the background of our lives. For example, someone who experienced trauma may develop a habit of feeling anxious or fearful, even when there is no immediate threat. Similarly, someone who grew up in a household where scarcity was a constant theme may develop a mindset of lack, leading to struggles with abundance later in life. These subconscious patterns are so deeply ingrained that they often dictate how we perceive the world and interact with others. Dr. Dispenza refers to these as automatic habits, and they are often repeated without conscious awareness. Because we are continually reinforcing these habits through repeated thoughts and emotions, they become the default mode of being, making it difficult to change. However, the key to breaking this cycle lies in recognizing that we are not our thoughts or emotions. They are simply patterns we have learned and accepted as part of our identity. The truth is, we have the ability to change these patterns and create a new reality for ourselves. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes that in order to break the habit of being yourself, we must first change our thoughts. Our thoughts are the foundation of our reality. When we think a thought, it triggers an electrical impulse in the brain that activates a neural network. And the more we think that thought, the stronger that neural network becomes. If we want to change the habit of being ourselves, we must begin by changing the thoughts that no longer serve us. This involves becoming aware of the negative or limiting beliefs that shape our perceptions and choosing to consciously shift them. For instance, if someone consistently thinks, "I'm not worthy of success," they are reinforcing a neural pathway that keeps them in a state of self-doubt. By consciously choosing to think empowering thoughts such as, "I am worthy of success," they begin to form new neural connections that support their desired reality. The next crucial step in breaking the habit of being yourself is changing the emotional patterns that accompany those thoughts. Emotions are deeply tied to our thoughts and are a powerful force that shapes our experience. Dr. Dispenza explains that when we think certain thoughts, we generate corresponding emotions, which then reinforce those thoughts. For example, if someone thinks a thought that triggers fear or anxiety, they will likely experience a negative emotional response, and that emotional state will feed back into the same thought loop. To break this cycle, we must learn to manage and redirect our emotional energy. Dr. Dispenza teaches that through meditation, by focusing on elevated emotions like love, gratitude, and joy, we raise our vibrational frequency, which creates a new emotional state that supports a positive transformation. Dr. Dispenza also highlights the importance of changing our behavior to align with the new identity we wish to create. Our behaviors are the outward expression of our thoughts and emotions, and they often reinforce our habitual state of being. If we want to break the habit of being ourselves, we must begin to make new choices that align with our desired outcomes. This means stepping outside of our comfort zones and acting in ways that are consistent with the person we want to become. For example, if someone is used to avoiding challenges out of fear of failure, they must consciously choose to take risks and embrace discomfort in order to build new neural pathways associated with confidence and courage. One of the most powerful tools for breaking the habit of being yourself is meditation. Dr. Dispenza believes that meditation is the key to rewiring the brain and creating lasting change. During meditation, we can quiet the analytical mind and access the subconscious, where we can begin to reprogram old thought patterns and emotional responses. Through focused intention, we can visualize a new version of ourselves, one that is healthy, confident, and empowered, and feel the corresponding elevated emotions as if it is already happening. This process, repeated over time, begins to change the neural architecture of the brain, allowing us to create new habits, behaviors, and beliefs that align with our true potential. Breaking the habit of being yourself requires consistent effort and commitment. It is not a one-time event, but a gradual process of self-discovery and transformation. Dr. Dispenza teaches that in order to change, we must become aware of our habitual patterns, choose to think, feel, and act differently, and engage in practices like meditation to support that transformation. The key is to realize that we are not bound by our past or our programming. We are limitless in our potential. And by breaking free from the habits that define us, we can step into a new version of ourselves, one that is aligned with our highest vision and purpose. You are the placebo is a central concept in Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, and it highlights the profound power of the mind in influencing the body's physical health. The title itself refers to the idea that our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions can have such a powerful effect on our bodies that in some cases, even a placebo, a substance with no active therapeutic effect, can produce real healing results. This concept is grounded in the belief that our mind is not a passive observer of the body's health, but an active participant in shaping it. Through the power of thought and belief, we have the ability to heal ourselves, transform our lives, and create a reality that aligns with our deepest desires. By doing Dispenza's teachings draw heavily on the science of mind-body connection, particularly the role of neuroplasticity and the placebo effect. And neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections in response to thoughts, experiences, and behaviors. According to Dr. Dispenza, when we consciously change our thoughts and beliefs, we can literally rewire our brains and, by extension, influence our physical health. He explains that the brain doesn't differentiate between a real event and an imagined one. When we vividly imagine a positive outcome, such as healing from illness, the brain responds as though it is happening in real time, releasing the necessary chemicals and signals to the body that promote healing. The placebo effect, which is often associated with medical treatments where patients experience real improvements despite receiving a treatment with no active ingredients, serves as a powerful illustration of the mind's ability to influence the body. Studies have shown that when people believe they are receiving a treatment, even if it is a placebo, their brain can trigger physiological changes that result in symptom relief or healing. This effect demonstrates that belief and expectation are not just psychological phenomena, they have a tangible impact on the body's biology. Dr. Dispenza suggests that this process can be consciously harnessed for self-healing. In essence, when we believe that we can heal, we activate the body's natural ability to repair itself, just as if we were receiving a real treatment. A key principle in Dr. Dispenza's work is that the mind does not operate in isolation from the body. Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions directly influence the state of our health. When we believe that healing is possible, we create the mental and emotional conditions that allow the body to heal. This includes shifting from a mindset of limitation and fear to one of possibility, empowerment, and abundance. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes that by changing our internal state, how we think and feel, we can change our external reality, including our health. Dr. Dispenza encourages individuals to view their body as a reflection of their thoughts and beliefs. If someone has been chronically ill or suffering from a long-term condition, their body may be holding on to patterns of belief and emotion that reinforce their illness. For example, if someone believes they are unworthy of health or constantly feels stress and fear, these emotional patterns can manifest in the body as physical symptoms or disease. Healing in this context involves not just treating the symptoms, but addressing the underlying thought patterns and beliefs that contribute to the illness. By changing the way we think and feel, we can alter the physical state of our body. One of the most powerful tools for creating change in our bodies, according to Dr. Dispenza, is meditation. Through meditation, we can access a state of heightened awareness and focus, allowing us to work directly with our subconscious mind. In this space, we can begin to change the mental and emotional patterns that may be holding us back from experiencing health and vitality. Dr. Dispenza's guided meditations often involve focusing on elevated emotions such as gratitude, love, and joy, which not only promote relaxation but also signal the body to heal. When we cultivate these emotions, we create an internal environment that supports the body's natural healing processes. Dr. Dispenza also teaches that in order to fully harness the power of the placebo effect, we must break free from the limitations of the analytical mind. The analytical mind, or the conscious mind, often judges, doubts, and questions the possibility of healing. It is driven by logic and reason and can be a barrier to true transformation. On the other hand, the subconscious mind is the seat of belief, habit, and emotion. To create lasting change, we must access the subconscious mind and plant new beliefs that align with health, vitality, and well-being. Meditation allows us to do this by quieting the analytical mind and entering a space where new beliefs can take root. The concept of "you are the placebo" also involves the understanding that healing is not just a physical process. It is a holistic process that involves the mind, emotions, and spirit. Dr. Dispenza stresses that the body is a reflection of our emotional and mental states. If we want to experience physical healing, we must also address the emotional and psychological aspects of our health. This means letting go of old emotional baggage, releasing fear and stress, and embracing a mindset of love, gratitude, and empowerment. As we do this, the body begins to align with the new beliefs and emotional states, creating an optimal environment for healing. Dr. Dispenza's teachings emphasize that the power of the placebo effect is not limited to the medical field. It extends to every aspect of life. The placebo effect demonstrates that what we believe can shape our reality. If we believe that we are capable of success, happiness, and health, we activate the internal resources that support these outcomes. This mindset is not just wishful thinking. It is a powerful tool for manifesting positive change. When we believe in our own ability to heal and transform, we send a signal to the brain and body that triggers the necessary changes for that transformation to take place. In conclusion, "You Are the Placebo" is a powerful reminder of the mind's capacity to shape our physical reality. By understanding that our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions directly impact our health, we can begin to consciously harness this power to heal and transform our lives. Dr. Joe Dispenza's teachings show that we are not powerless in the face of illness or challenges. Instead, we have the ability to create change from within by altering our mental and emotional states. The placebo effect demonstrates the incredible potential of the mind to influence the body. And with the right mindset and practices, we can all become the placebo, harnessing the power of belief to create a life of health, vitality, and fulfillment.